The movie begins on a strange planet far away from the solar system, and there is an alien creature named Dek riding his spaceship. He is going to his older brother Quay, and we learn that this creature is from a very powerful species called the Yautja, a warrior species whose mission is to hunt the legendary monsters in space in order to prove their strength and impose their control over the rest of the planets. When Dek arrives at the cave where his brother Quay lives, he finds him not there, and he learns that he is hiding because he has a magical invisibility cloak. So Dek decides to provoke him so he will kill him and defeat him, and he actually succeeds at that. Quay appears and attacks him, and the two of them fight, and it becomes clear that Quay is much stronger than him and is able to defeat him. But he does not do that because he loves his brother and does not want to kill him, and also because he wants him to show all his potential and abilities. After a long battle, Quay asks him to surrender so he will not be forced to kill him, but Dek refuses and insists on continuing the fight, and he tries to defeat his brother in any way, but Quay is much stronger than him and knocks him off a high place. Dek tries to save himself at the last moment and falls onto a slope, but luckily, nothing happens to him. So Dek goes back to his brother Quay again to continue the fight, but Quay refuses to continue and tells him that he needs to train more because his abilities are weak. Then they go to Dek's spaceship, and Quay tells him that he is a weak fighter, and that their father, the tribe leader, is ashamed of him because he is the weakest one in the tribe, and he thinks he does not deserve to be a warrior at all. This is because Dek, until now, has not killed any monsters, and he has not won any challenge. And it is known about the warriors of their tribe that they are strong, and the youngest warrior among them defeated more than 100 monsters. Also, Dek has not taken the oath that all the warriors who belong to the tribe take. After Quay finishes talking, he decides to help Dek and make him take the oath to prove his loyalty to their tribe. So he tells him that he must hunt any monster and defeat it so he can present it to their father, the tribe leader. And if he does that, he will prove to his father that he is strong and that he deserves to be one of the tribe members. Dek gets excited and decides to hunt a monster named the Kalisk. Quay is shocked and tells him that this monster is considered the strongest monster on all the planets and that it is on a planet named Jenna. And they learn that no one has ever been able to hunt this monster at all. Even their father, who is considered the strongest one in the tribe, has not been able to hunt it before, and he is even afraid of it. So Quay advises him to hunt another monster because he will fail. But Dek refuses and insists on hunting this monster to prove to his father that he is the strongest warrior in the tribe and can hunt any monster no matter how strong it is. Quay respects his decision, and while they are talking, they are surprised that their father is coming, so they go to talk to him. Their father refuses to talk to Dek because he is upset with him, and he yells at his older son Quay because he did not kill him. Quay tries to defend his brother and tells him that Dek has changed and has become stronger than before, and that he trusts him and is sure he will be able to hunt the Kalisk monster because Dek has determination that no one in the tribe has. Their father mocks his words and tells him that Dek is weak, and the weak must die. Then he throws an advanced device at Dek with laser ropes, so Dek gets tied up and cannot move, and he orders Quay to kill him immediately. Quay agrees and comes close to his brother to cut his neck, but he takes back what he was going to do and cuts the ropes his brother is tied with. He brings him inside his spaceship and locks him in to protect him from their father. Then Quay attacks their father, hoping he will defeat him and make him not kill his brother Dek, but their father is much stronger than him and defeats him very easily. Quay presses the ship launch button so Dek will leave the planet and be saved from his father. Their father gets furious and cuts off Quay's head and kills him. At that moment, the spaceship that Dek is in moves, and Dek is devastated over the death of his brother Quay. On the way, the spaceship enters a storm of fire, so Dek tries to move away from the storm and goes to planet Jenna, where the legendary Kalisk monster is. When he arrives, he goes to look for it in the forest to hunt it, and prove to his father that he is not weak like he thinks, and that he deserves to be a warrior from the tribe. But suddenly, carnivorous plants attack him to eat him. Dek tries to defend himself, but he cannot cut these plants because they are very huge. By chance, he sees a high hill in front of him, so he jumps onto part of a tree until he reaches the hill, escapes from the carnivorous plants, and decides to start exploring the planet. He enters a place in the forest full of spiky plants, and he moves quietly so the thorns do not hit him and kill him. At that moment, he hears the voice of a girl named Thea calling him from above the mountain, warning him about these plants because if they hear his voice, they will throw thorns at him and kill him. She asks him why he came here, and he tells her he is looking for the Kalisk monster to hunt it. Thea is shocked because she also came to the planet to hunt the Kalisk, and she offers that they cooperate together and hunt it. But Dek refuses, arguing that the warriors of his tribe rely on themselves and hunt alone. But suddenly, he finds a dragon flying above him, and it throws rocks at the plants, so they will throw thorns at him and kill him, and then it will come take his corpse and eat it. The thorns actually hit him. He falls to the ground, and he loses consciousness. When the dragon comes close to him, Thea comes and saves him. She attacks the dragon and kills it. Then Dek wakes up and learns that Thea is a robot because half of her body is missing. She tells him that she tried to hunt the Kalisk many times, but it turned out to be very strong and cut her body into two. She offers him again that they cooperate and go to the monster to hunt it, but Dek refuses because he wants to rely on himself. Then he is surprised that Thea tells him she knows the monster's location, so Dek changes his mind, takes Thea with him, and they move on their way. Thea keeps asking him about his tribe and the name of his planet, but Dek ignores her and does not answer. Then they enter a place full of poisonous snakes. Thea warns him about the snakes, so Dek gets out of the place, cuts some tree branches, and ties Thea to his body so he can carry her and move with her easily. When he feels tired, he sits to rest, and Thea tells him she has been on this planet for 2 years. She tells him that she came with her sister Tessa, and they had a group of robots with them to hunt the Kalisk monster. They searched for it for a long time, until they reached a place and tried to hunt it, but the monster was much stronger than them, destroyed all the robots, and cut Thea's body in half. At that moment, Thea was forced to run away quickly, and she stayed alive on this planet hoping that anyone would come rescue her or even help her hunt the monster. Dek feels that she is planning something, especially because she did not tell him how she can speak his language, even though it is a rare language, not widespread, and no one knows it except the people of his tribe. At that time, her sister is still in a scientific lab, and there is an advanced machine repairing her because she is destroyed. She keeps calling for her sister Thea and tries to remember what happened when she was fighting the Kalisk monster. Then the hologram of the director of the research company that made her speaks to her and tells her that she failed her mission to hunt the Kalisk monster and that she will give her a second chance to hunt it, and if she fails, she will not repair her again, and she will make another robot to do the mission. She tells her that there is an alien creature on planet Jenna, and she asks her to hunt it before it hunts the monster, and of course she means Dek here. Tessa agrees, and she thinks that her sister Thea died when they were fighting the Kalisk monster. The next day, Dek continues his journey carrying Thea on his back, and he walks in a place with white-colored plants. As soon as he touches these plants, they pierce his body and injure him. Thea tells him that these plants are sharp like glass and can kill him if they pierce his body. Suddenly, he finds a huge animal in front of him, so he decides to hunt it to eat it because he is very hungry. Before he does that, he finds a small animal in front of him, like a monkey, named Bud. Dek ignores it and starts running after the huge animal to hunt it, but he finds that Bud is chasing it too. Dek tries to push Bud away from the huge animal so he can hunt it alone, and he actually does that, and he cuts the animal in half with his sword, and Bud is impressed by Dek's strength. Suddenly, a strange creature appears called the moonworm, and it wraps its tongue around Dek and Thea and pulls both of them into its mouth. Before the worm eats them, the monkey Bud comes, goes into its mouth, wraps around itself, and breaks its teeth, so the worm is forced to spit them out again. Dek attacks the worm, stabs it with his sword, and kills it. At the same moment, Tessa is in the forest with a group of robots, searching for Dek so she can hunt him and the Kalisk monster. On her way, she sees traces of Dek's blood, which is green, and she decides to look for him and kill him first before she goes to the Kalisk's location. At the end of the day, Dek sits to rest with the ones with him, and Thea tells them her story with her sister Tessa, and says she is happy because she gained friends like them. She believes that the Kalisk monster killed her sister and that she is dead. Dek tells her his story too. He tells her that he is outcast from his tribe, and his father sees him as weak and wants to kill him because he thinks his weakness brought him shame among the tribe. The only one who believed in him and treated him well was his older brother Quay, but unfortunately his father killed Quay because he was defending him and wanted to protect him. So Dek decided to come to this planet to hunt the Kalisk monster and present it to the tribe, and then his father will change his mind about him and be proud of him in front of the whole tribe. We go back again to Tessa after she reaches Dek's spaceship and finds many advanced weapons inside it. She is curious to know the name of the planet where Dek's tribe lives, so she steals a weapon from his weapons and guesses that he is going to hunt the Kalisk monster. The next day, Dek moves and takes Thea with him, and he decides to leave Bud and not take it with him, so it will not slow them down. After a while, they reach a lake, and Dek finds a fang from the Kalisk monster, so he concludes that the monster was drinking from the lake and understands that he is close. Thea tells him that she came from planet Earth, and that the strongest animal on Earth is the wolf. She tells him that the wolf lives in a pack, and the strongest wolf is the leader of the pack and is called Alpha. and despite its strength, it needs help and cooperates with the rest of the wolves. She tells him that the point of what she is saying is that anyone needs help, even him, and that he should not refuse anyone's help because cooperation will make him stronger, not weaker. She asks him to go back and bring Bud to help them kill the Kalisk monster, but Dek refuses again and continues on their way until they reach the Kalisk's place. There, Thea sees her leg that had been cut off, so she takes it with her, enters her ship, and starts repairing her body. When she turns on her tracking device, she learns that robots are coming to the planet, so she asks Dek to run away because if they see him, they will hunt him and take him back to planet Earth, so the scientists in the lab that made them can do experiments on him. She admits to him that she was using him and brought him here so she could reach her body. Dek gets angry and tells her he is not a coward to run away and that he is determined to kill the Kalisk monster no matter the cost. Thea tells him that the Kalisk monster is very strong and it is impossible for anyone to defeat it, and she advises him to go back to his planet. But Dek ignores her words, leaves her, and walks. Suddenly, he finds the Kalisk monster coming toward him, and he notices that it is huge and its skin is thick. Dek attacks it and tries to kill it, but he is shocked that it can regenerate its cells and heal its wounds at an incredible speed. Then the monster hits him and throws him toward Thea's ship. The ship breaks, and Dek falls onto her repair device, and Thea cannot attach her legs to her body. When she falls to the ground, she takes a weapon and shoots at the Kalisk monster to distract it and move it away from Dek. Dek takes advantage of the opportunity and cuts the Kalisk monster's neck, thinking he killed it, but he is surprised that the Kalisk's head returns to its body again. The monster knocks him to the ground to eat him. Then Tessa comes with the robots with her and throws a bomb at them, freezing both of them. Dek loses consciousness because he is injured and lost a lot of blood. When he wakes up, he finds himself tied up inside a spaceship, and in front of him are Thea and her sister Tessa. Thea talks to Tessa, thanks her for coming to save her, and tells her that Dek is not evil and that he came to the planet to hunt the Kalisk monster like them, and she asks her to free him so he can return to his planet. But Tessa refuses and proves to her that she did not come to save her like she thinks. She came to complete her mission and hunt the Kalisk monster. She tells her that the hologram of the lab director ordered her to hunt Dek too, so they can do research and experiments on him, because his tribe is very strong and they have incredible physical strength. Thea is upset by her words because she thought Tessa loved her, and she concludes that the scientists in the lab upgraded her and made her stripped of emotions. Tessa starts taking a sample from Dek's brain to do experiments on him. Dek screams from the intense pain and tells Tessa that if he frees himself, he will take revenge on her and kill her. Tessa ignores him. She is surprised that Thea stops the device that takes the sample because she is afraid Dek will die. Tessa gets furious at her and threatens to kill her if she interferes in her work. Then she calls the guard and orders him to guard the room until she returns, and she leaves and goes. The guard talks to Dek and asks him the name of the planet he came from, and asks him who the leader of his tribe is. When Dek answers him, the guard does not understand because Dek is speaking a different language. Dek takes advantage of the situation and asks Thea to make the guard take an advanced device and tell him that the device has a map to his planet. Thea agrees and does what he said. As soon as the guard holds the device, it explodes in him and he dies. Dek is freed and runs quickly from the place and returns to his spaceship to take his weapons, but he is surprised that his weapons are gone and nothing is left except a small device that heals wounds. He uses it to heal his wounds. When he sees his brother Quay's mask, he remembers his words when he tried to encourage him, and he remembers that he sacrificed himself so Dek could live. So Dek decides to take revenge on Tessa, kill her and everyone with her, and also take the Kalisk monster so he can return with it to his planet and present it to his father and prove to him that he is brave. After a while, he goes to collect samples from the plants and flowers he saw in the forest to make weapons from them. On his way, he sees the monkey bud and learns that he is the son of the Kalisk monster. Dek promises him that he will not kill the Kalisk monster and will not hunt it to repay him because he saved him when the huge worm was going to eat him. For the first time, Dek puts aside his pride and asks Bud to help him so they can rescue Thea, because she helped him escape, and he wants to repay her. Bud agrees, and they go to Thea's spaceship and take her broken legs. As soon as they leave the ship, they find Thea's leg moving by itself toward the robot camp where Thea is. They follow it until they reach the camp. There, Dek and Bud attack the guards and kill a large number of them. At the same moment, Tessa is talking to the director Mazer and tells her that she hunted the Kalisk monster, and within days she will bring it to planet Earth so they can do experiments on it because it has the power of healing and cell regeneration. When Mazer asks her about Dek, Tessa lies and proves to her that she let him go because he is weak and will not benefit them. Mazer ignores the matter and congratulates her for succeeding in the mission and being able to hunt the Kalisk monster. While they are talking, Tessa hears her robot screaming, so she goes out to see what is happening. Thea is locked in a cage, and her leg appears, moving by itself, attacking the guard and hitting him. At that time, Thea manages to open the cage door to escape, but she hears the guards' voices, so she pretends she is broken. Suddenly her leg appears and attacks the guards and kills them one after another, until Thea is able to take her leg and finally repair herself. She decides to escape from the place, and she sees Deck and Bud and becomes happy when she realizes they came to save her. Deck tells her that Bud is the son of the Kalisk monster, and that he has been looking for him for a while because he is lost. Thea decides to help them free the Kalisk monster. She agrees with Deck that he will go destroy the robots to distract them, and she and Bud will go free the Kalisk. Deck agrees, because he wants to take revenge on Tessa and kill her because she imprisoned him. Tessa looks for him with a group of robots. Thea uses the opportunity and talks to the guard who is guarding the Kalisk monster, pretending she is Tessa to see the monster. Before she finishes, she is surprised that the guard knows she is Thea, and he tells her that Tessa ordered him to send the monster to planet Earth after 3 hours. Thea hits him so she can free the monster before it is transported off the planet. At the same time, the robot army reaches Deck's location and finds him sitting on the ground. When they come close, they are shocked that he has poisonous flowers that explode in them and kill them all in seconds. Suddenly, Tessa comes riding a combat machine, like a robot, and attacks Deck. Deck tries to destroy the machine so Tessa will come out and he can kill her, but he fails. Tessa decides to freeze him like she did before, but suddenly the Kalisk monster comes out after Thea freed it and starts attacking Tessa. Its power is clear, and it is hard for anyone to defeat it. Tessa grabs it with an electric saw and hangs it in the air to kill it, but the monster frees itself at the last moment, flips the machine she is in, grabs her, and swallows her. Thea gets upset because she loved her sister and did not want her to die. Bud becomes happy when he sees his mother, and Deck comes close to her and apologizes because he wanted to hunt her. Then the Kalisk monster moves away from him, its body freezes, and it explodes. It turns out Tessa is still alive, and when she was inside the monster's belly, she used an ice bomb and blew it up. Thea tries to talk to her and asks her not to carry out Director Mazer's orders because she has become evil, but Tessa refuses and accuses Thea of being weak, and says all of this happened because of her because she freed the monster. Tessa decides to kill Thea, but before she does, Deck comes from behind her and stabs her with his sword. Then the monkey Bud cuts off her head to take revenge for his mother. Thea talks to Deck and thanks him for saving her and tells him that he is a brave and strong warrior. The three of them decide to unite and become a team. Then they ride the spaceship and go to Deck's planet to face his father. When they arrive, Deck throws him a robot skull and tells him that he killed many monsters and that he deserves to be a warrior from his tribe, and he asks him to give him an invisibility cloak like the one his older brother Quay had. But his father refuses, keeps mocking him, and tells him that he is weak, and he orders his guards to kill him. The guards attack him, and Deck manages to kill them all. His father gets furious and attacks him to kill him, and it becomes clear that his father is still much stronger than him, but Deck is confident in himself. He manages to cut off his father's hand, throws an advanced device with a laser on him, ties him in his place, and threatens to kill him to take revenge for his brother Quay. His father tells him that he hates him because he is weak, and he will never be one of the tribe. And before he finishes, Bud comes and eats him. Bud's size has grown, and he has become huge. Thea is happy because Deck proved to his father that he is not weak. Then the rest of the tribe members appear, and they cannot believe that Deck killed his father, the tribe leader, and the movie ends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video. And you can suggest any series and movies for us to recap in the comments, and we will see you in the next recap.